everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. I want to show you a mini album I made. This is a special order and I don't normally do custom requests, but this was for someone special. Now, what I'm showing you is a mini album. I've made one very similar and I'll link in the description box and up at the top now the tutorial for this. It is a graduation mini album. The customer wanted something more specific to the school that her grandson was graduating from. So I'm showing you this mini album to show you a couple of different things you can change that's not crazy outside the norm, but easy changes to make so you can customize a mini album if you see it in a tutorial or have purchased one or are going to make one. So the mini album is 6.5 by 8.5. It's got about a 2.25 inch spine. I used Echo Park's Graduation. I've used this before in this tutorial that I'm going to link. You can see the walkthrough and the tutorial. So let me show you how I made it a little more personal. So I had gotten a sticker from the school that the kid's graduating from, and that is going to be on the front cover. So you can see it's here. It looks like it was cricketed. It was purchased from the school, so I didn't have to worry about copyrights or anything like that. And I put it on the same paper that goes with the collection. So right away from the start, you can see that it is this school. With the deer and whatever. So the front, and we'll go through a walkthrough. The front has that on there, and I just added some of the words from one of the cut-aparts. There were some really fabulous cut-aparts. The graphics on the graduation is fabulous, so it was fun to use them. And again, you'll see it in the other mini album that I will link. I'm going to move these out of the way and go through. So I also wanted to make room for 4x6 and 5x7 photos. And again, the school color is blue. It looks really crazy in the camera. It matches a little bit better. It's a little toned down than this bright blue. I guess it depends on your monitor, but so that's for a 4x6 photo. This is 4.25 by 6.25, and you'll see the same size throughout. This is for a 5x7 photo. This outside blue piece is, I believe, 5.75, or is it 5.5? Let me see. 5.5 by 7.5. So you could put a 5x7 photo, and then there's the white border also. But just in case they don't have 5x7, if they only have 4x6, there is a larger border that's 4.25 by 6.25 or 4.5 by 6.5 that you could put a 4x6 photo on. So this again is meant for a 4x6 photo. And then throughout the book, you will see these photo mats on here. Now this will fit a 4x6 photo. You might want to crop it down a little bit, just cut a quarter or half an inch off of the side and top and bottom. These are great for if you want to journal. That would be a good spot to journal on. If you don't like your handwriting, you can always type it out and print it, make the column the right width and all that. Now you could put a photo here as well. There is magnets holding this book together. There are 5 signatures. I don't think there's 5 in the tutorial. Each of the signature has one of these cut aparts in it, so you could put your 4x6 photo on here. You also can use these if you have landscape style photos, because most of the photo mats in the book are for portrait style, but if you have landscape photos, put them in the pockets. So that is how they will go. So I'm not going to pull out the rest of the pockets. They're all the same. They just have white cardstock on it. So this comes up. You could cover this whole thing with a 4x6 photo, or if you have someone who can trim an oval down of a headshot, that would be great. But then this comes up. I use lots of layers of cardstock to keep the album from being too chunky. I cut it down. So this is on black cardstock, and then there's white. So the white I cut, it's really just about half an inch around, and then the black layer is really just about half an inch around. So you don't see it, but a lot of the layers have been taken out, so it's not quite as chunky. It just makes it so you can get the photos in. So again, you can put a photo here, 4x6 or 4x4. So we'll talk about that later. So again, 4x4. You could actually put a 4x4 photo here, and there is actually, let me show you now. In the pocket in the back is some extra photo mats. Now there are mostly photo mats for 4x6 photos. There's also some smaller pieces, and there's a couple of 5x7s, but you could put a 4x6 photo here, and then you could journal on this, use a white gel pen and write what you want, maybe the date and grandma and grandpa sitting at dinner with the graduate or whatever you want to say. But there's extra pieces of paper in the back. Now you don't need to journal, you could just put photo. And so a 4x4 photo, how are you going to get those? Yes, you can print them, but you also could take a 4x6 photo and just get a paper trimmer and cut it down to 4x4. So that will make some interesting photos. You could put that here if you wanted to. There's lots of places in the book to put it. I didn't want to cover the book with the blue photo mats because you may not have that many photos. But if you do, there's a bunch of cardstock in the back so you can put them throughout. So anywhere there's a surface, you can put a photo there. You could put a photo on top of here if you wanted to. I wouldn't because I love the graphics, but if you have that many photos, why not? And then the back of it, of course. This again is room for a 5x7 picture. Another hidden photo mat, another room for a picture. And again, if you had a 5x7 photo, just put it on top of there. No big deal. So I didn't put a photo mat here, but there's room for a photo. Another hidden photo mat. This will come up, give you room to put a picture, picture here, picture there, picture there. Now this one is sort of like a card, but it gives you room to put 3 extra photos. And then this will come up. There's a place to put a photo there and one here as well. Now, if you want, you could put 4x4 pictures or 4x3 if you wanted to cut it down. Put one here and one here. It's okay if they're overlapping, you know, as long as you're not in somebody's nose or something. But you can certainly do that. So you'll notice there's sometimes one correct way to close the book. It's not a big deal if you close it like that, but keep everything tucked in. The magnet is here on the corner on the underside. And you can cover the magnet with the photos, no big deal. So this will come up like that, giving you room to put 2 pictures. A nice picture here. This is open, so you can tuck your photo into that. It's called a tuck spot. This is a side-loading pocket with another card-like book, so you can get 3 photos there. You can just write the year right there. I didn't remember what year this was to be given. Another hidden photo mat in here. This page will open like that, and then like that. This is another tuck spot. I just put this photo mat there just so you could get an idea. If you wanted to cover that with the blue photo mat, you can, or just add the photo on top of the white cardstock. And again, room for 2 4x4 photos or whatever you have. Cover this if you need the room. It's not a big deal. And then again, here is the back storage where we have the photo mats. Now, when you're all done with the book, you could take these out. I mean, keep a couple in there if you still have some. But this is a great spot to put any other memorabilia, maybe a copy of the diploma, a copy of the invitation, um, the program, any extra photos that you haven't put in the book. That is a good spot to put it. Napkins from the restaurant. I don't know. Whatever you want to save. Maybe if you have armbands or something like that. So, and then there's the back. There's the front. And there we go. So there we go. Just a really quick walkthrough to show you how you can personalize a mini album to make it more specific for a certain person, event, or place. That's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Please don't forget to subscribe. A lot of people watch my channels that aren't subscribers, and it shows me support by having you subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.